Andy has grown up and doesn't play with his toys anymore, and it's time to go to college. With only a few days left until he leaves, Andy has not cleaned up his room. Andy's mom is having Andy's sister Molly clean her room as well. From Andy's room, the toys watch as Molly throws her Barbie doll in the donations box. Along with some other toys, Andy finally takes out a black trash bag and begins to put his old toys into it. When he gets to Woody and Buzz, he hesitates before putting Woody in a box marked college and tossing Buzz in the black trash bag. Inside, the toys think they are going to be thrown away, and Woody watches as Andy leaves the room. His panic turns to relief as he sees Andy open the attic door. However, before Andy can go up, he helps Molly move the donations box downstairs. The lapse causes the attic door to close, and Andy's mom soon after finds the trash bag with the toys. Woody jumps out the window and slides down a pipe to the front lawn, only to see the trash bags thrown into the garbage truck and crushed. Shortly thereafter, Woody notices a recycling bin walking towards the garage. Following it, he is relieved to see that his friends escaped. However, they are now all convinced that Andy meant to throw them away. Woody tries to explain what really happened, but most of them just feel that he is in denial. Jessie soon notices the box of donations to Sunnyside Daycare, and proposes that they all go there. The trunk to the family minivan closes, and Andy's mom takes the box to Sunnyside. Andy's mom brings the toys into the butterfly room. Looking through the handle hole in the box, the toys are excited to see a group of children happily playing with the toys in the room. After the recess bell sounds and the kids leave the room, the toys eagerly escape from the box, only to meet a very friendly group of toys who are excited to see them. The group is soon joined by a strawberry-scented bear named Lotso, who soon calls his associate Ken. During the tour, Ken becomes smitten with Barbie, who finds herself drawn to him as well. Lotso explains that the toys are taken care of, and that due to a never-ending supply of kids coming and going, the toys will never be without someone to play with them. Andy's toys eagerly accompany Lotso over to the caterpillar room, where he then leaves them to experience their first playtime at Sunnyside. However, Ken and Barbie appear to have gotten along quite well, and Barbie eagerly goes back with Ken and Lotso to the butterfly room. Woody explains that while Sunnyside does seem great, he strongly believes they should go back to Andy. Woody asks Buzz to come back, but Buzz refuses, saying they should stick together. Realizing that the others won't accompany him, Woody sneaks out of Sunnyside, but not before accidentally losing his hat. In the process, a little girl named Bonnie finds him and takes him home with her. Back in the caterpillar room, recess ends, and the toys get their first playtime, only to find the room filled with noisy screaming toddlers, each of them rambunctious and not as delicate as Andy was. Once the daycare closes, the toys feel there has been some mistake and that they should be in the butterfly room instead. Buzz manages to get out of the room, intending to talk to Lotso. However, once outside, his attention is drawn to Ken and several other toys sneaking inside a vending machine. Buzz follows them, but is caught by a sleepy-eyed doll named Big Baby. Ken and the others take Buzz to the daycare's library and tie him up. Suddenly, Lotso comes across the other toys, and demands that they let Buzz go. Buzz thanks Lotso for helping him out, and makes his request for himself and the other toys to be transferred. Lotso admires Buzz's initiative, but is only willing to consider to have him join the butterfly room inhabitants. When Buzz refuses, Lotso orders Buzz held down and procures a Buzz Lightyear instruction manual from the library. Using it, the group of toys sets Buzz to demo mode. Buzz returns to the caterpillar room, where Buzz subdues his friends and places them in prison-like storage cages. Lotso explains how the daycare is run. All newcomers start in the caterpillar room with the ill-behaved toddlers. Also, as a warning, Lotso produces Woody's hat, although he doesn't explain what happened to the toy's friend. Barbie realizes that Ken lied to her, and as she refuses to be part of Lotso's regime, she's imprisoned as well. During the toys' day at Sunnyside, Woody has been in Bonnie's house, taking part in her imaginative fun and games. Woody grows excited to be part of a real playtime again, but longs to get back to Andy. Once the household is asleep, Bonnie's toys help Woody access the family computer. Woody is relieved to find that Andy's house is just around the corner, and one of Bonnie's toys named Chuckles begins to tell a story. Lotso, Chuckles, and Big Baby were once owned by a little girl named Daisy. Of the three, she loved Lotso the most. However, one day at a rest stop, the 3 toys were accidentally left behind. The 3 eventually made it back to Daisy's house. Lotso and Chuckles managed to look in her window, only to see that Lotso had been replaced. The next day, Woody sneaks into the daycare and moves around the building above the ceiling tiles. Finding his way into a hidden area of the caterpillar room, he chances upon a Fisher-Price chatter telephone. The telephone tells Woody that he should have stayed gone, and that there's no way that he and his friends can get out. Lotso's minions manning searchlights on the playground, trucks patrolling the halls and the playground, an 8-foot-high cinderblock wall, and a cymbal-clanging monkey that monitors the security cameras in the building. Woody joins his friends, who tell him that Buzz was reset to demo mode, and now they want to get back to Andy. Woody sets his plan in motion. Later that evening, the group springs into action. Mr. Potato Head creates a scene to get put in the box again, this time as a way to get outside and report for the group. Barbie pleads with Ken that she can't take being imprisoned, and Ken lets her out. He takes her back to his dream house, where Barbie subdues him, and using one of his outfits as a disguise, infiltrates the daycare library to find the instruction manual for Buzz. Woody and Slinky Dog infiltrate the main security room and take down the cymbal-clanging monkey. Rex and Ham start a fight to distract Buzz, allowing Jessie to escape. Then they trap Buzz under a plastic tub. The toys regroup and set about trying to get Buzz back to normal. However, a mistake in resetting Buzz sets him to Spanish mode. The gang gets to the end of the chute before plummeting into the dumpster, only to find Lotso, Ken, and his associates waiting, along with the chatter telephone, now broken by the bad toys. It is then that Woody mentions Daisy and produces the tag that Chuckles kept. Big Baby sees the tag, and Lotso declares that she didn't love them and replaced them. This revelation causes Big Baby to reach for the tag before Lotso destroys it. Big Baby, feeling betrayed, then throws Lotso in the dumpster. Woody goes to help him, only to have Lotso grab his hand. The others rush to help Woody, but just then, a dump truck pulls up and empties the contents of the dumpster. Inside the dumpster, more trash is emptied onto the group, and a TV set falls on Buzz and Dash, which sets him back to his proper self. However, before the toys can rejoice, the truck arrives at the Tri-County landfill. The toys avoid being shredded by grabbing metal objects that are being magnetized to an overhead track. Woody and Buzz even manage to save Lotso, who thanks them. Once they make it through, they find themselves on another conveyor belt, heading towards what looks like daylight. However, as they draw closer, they soon realize it's a large pit that empties into a fiery incinerator. The toys try to outrun their fiery fate until Lotso notices an emergency stop switch. However, once he reaches the button, Lotso just smirks at Woody, muttering, "Where's your kid now?" They try to climb out, but there appears to be no escape. With no hope left, the toys all join hands, willing to stay together to the very end. Suddenly, a blue light appears overhead, and a giant claw falls down, scooping up the group. As they wonder who rescued them, the enormous claw swings by the glass cabin of the machine, where the 3 Pizza Planet aliens are. Once the group gets out, they thank their saviors and wonder what became of Lotso. Unknown to them, Lotso is found by another garbage man at the dump. He ties Lotso to the grill of his dump truck and he heads off for Andy's toys. Find the dump truck that services Andy's neighborhood and manage to get back before Andy leaves for college. After cleaning themselves up, they sneak back into the house, finding Andy's room cleaned out. Hearing Andy and his mom approaching, Woody hops in the college box. While Andy is distracted by his sister Molly and his dog Buster, Woody grabs a post-it note and a marker and writes down Bonnie's street address. Andy returns to the room and sees the note on the attic box. Andy takes the box to the address and sees Bonnie playing in her family's front yard with the same quirky imagination. As Bonnie sees him approach, she stops her game and calls for her mom. Andy introduces each of his toys, telling Bonnie a little bit about each of them. Since he still remembers how he played with them, she peeks into the box and sees Woody. Andy has no knowledge of how Woody got in there. Andy sees Bonnie looking at Woody, and explains to her how important Woody is to him, how long he's had him, and how brave Woody can be. When she quietly nods an affirmative, Andy begins to play with her, and the two are having an imaginative time with their toys. Secretly, Andy's toys are overjoyed at their last playtime with him. Finally, Andy gets into his car. as Bonnie gathers her old and new toys on the porch. After Andy leaves, Bonnie's mom takes her inside for lunch, leaving the toys on the porch, watching Andy's car fade into the distance down the street. "So long, partner," says Woody. Woody smiles at the other toys. Woody introduces his friends to Bonnie's other toys. And that was the best ending of Toy Story 3. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do not forget to like and subscribe and share the video to your friends, and I will see you next time.